grand finals, ready to showcase just why they are scumbag characters and why these guys are so good at using them.
No interference.
I have orders.
And now, Sub-Zero and Jackie. This is what we were expecting. And here we go. The grand finals. Point 2 begins. The immediate flawless block, but that's only going to save you from so much. The instant jump in. K-Top prepared. Was that the breakaway with the ground puddle, but nice start. They get mixed. This has not been 100% clean at the moment. But again, I say the EVO nerves are real, even in the online world.
They really are. They really are. Whether you're playing online, whether you're playing offline, still playing for a very prestigious tournament title right here, and a solid placing with that first place finish. Throw escape from Disarted right there. Flawless block on that 1-1. Couldn't get anything more from it. Seeing Disarted now trying to mix up K-Top a little bit. Goes for the low option. K-Top now using the plus frames, looking for a counter poke attempt with that forward 1-2. Didn't quite work out for him though.
Mixed up by the overhead, but Disarted. He used to, every time we would see that overhead before I would watch a Sub-Zero, it was dedicated into a rising ice or something similar. I do think the pressure of this situation is bringing with it, I think, a bit more reserved stuff. He's going for creeping ice to try and be safer, but it's not like him to do that.
I feel like he kind of just makes the most of his commitments. So it probably would be better to just go for the commitments, you know, cash out on the damage if you are right.
I guess at the same time, you're against Jackie. That counter hit KB damage is no joke.
Yeah, very true.
Wow! Instantly, just to get out of there. No flawless block from Disarted, just letting the jump in rock as is. At any moment, you just have to watch out for a shrapnel blast. And now, happy to block for now. The 1-2, push back. This time he tries to interrupt, does not expect the second blast. He's keeping an eye on K-Top's meter. Oh, there's the commitment.
That relentless fear right there from Disarted, just waking up, dashing his face forward 2 overhead. Now right here, tried to get a punish. You could see he was playing with that spacing, but that jump to notoriously far horizontal reach from Jackie. Gets the forward 3 pickup off that high down 2 as well. And now Disarted is on the defensive trade hits right now. Both players with fatal blow. Meaty past the fatal blow interrupted on the startup. The armor did not kick in. Another throw escape catch up.
He's not got fatal blow in time, but he does manage to get the ground blast. A clean game. That wasn't far from it. But you know what? K-Top able to kind of out-scramble that situation. And that missed fatal blow, I should probably give a quick disclaimer for anyone watching. Fatal blow, they had their armor adjusted a little bit. I believe it used to be frame 5. If I've got my numbers right, when the game first came out, it was on frame 5, the armor activates. They changed it quite early to frame 8. So using defensive fatal blows, especially ones that are really quick, they don't kind of work as just foolproof armored reversals, because they're not. You've got those 8 frames to work with, which is why it got stuck.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that the 1-2 as well, just being a very solid option right there. But in that situation as well, like K-Top, he really likes to use counter poke fatal blow at times, especially in a situation where it's just going to win him the game, or it's going to put him in a situation where he can put down flame carpet to win the game. It's a very scary thing to deal with, because the counter poke property of it really kind of, you know, the range of it and using it as a counter poke, it can be a scary thing when you're just trying to get your turn back. But over here, I mean, it was a pretty scrappy back and forth first game from both these guys. Disarted's only gonna have to win this set once for those unfamiliar with the double elimination format over here, the losers side of the bracket. So K-Top in this instance is gonna have to win twice.
Incredibly active down 2. Looks like he tried to stand up there, but that overhead load, God, it's so hard to react to. It can be done, but you need to be Neo from the Matrix. The fatal blow ready for Disarted. Has a charm, and he frees into it, you know, and he creates the opportunity for himself. The low doesn't commit. Ooh, tries to be cheeky with that creeping ice. K-Top misses the jump in, waiting for his chance. He is dancing with the devil doing this, because at any point you could just see anything.
Oh my goodness, yeah, and that's gonna be that. You can tell he was really fishing for the roll as well with the back 1 reach, but just not far enough to make that even count. And now K-Top has Disarted in the corner. This is a scary place to be, regardless of which character you're actually on the defense against.
Thankfully for Disarted, that string on its own had so much pushback, he was able to escape the corner. Nice confirm, and a beautiful flawless block. Here comes the overhead. Ooh, I think that was meant to be a back 1-4 perhaps. Instead gets a standing 4 on its own. Doesn't matter though, because he's done half the life already. The grab game begins, and K-Top gets thrown 2 times in a row. Instant wake up. Tries to confirm again. Didn't quite get it, but this has been a much better round for Disarted.
It really has. The air-to-air trade, I like that decision as well. Just take some damage that you can get. Now K-Top, he gets himself a lot of damage on the table right now. He's got Disarted just being shimmied, holding those, but challenged with the 6-frame down one on that +2. No respect whatsoever. Disarted just needed that one hit to tie things up with 1 round apiece. Oh my goodness. Okay, K-Top right now locking down Disarted.
Don't press! Don't press, mate! Oh, probably expecting that to be a crushing blow. But connected a little bit earlier than maybe we expected.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that one.
Wait a minute.
Didn't see the confirm.
What? He does it early! Now, normally, the Sub-Zero players that we know would use that reset and they'd loop it a few more times. Using the Fatal Blow now, at the very least, will escape the corner for him. So I do understand that choice. And hang on a second. The grab. 2 more clean hits. 2 more mix-ups. And he could actually make his comeback. Unfortunately,
Really good.
The plasma. Watch out for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I really rate the decision to slide out the corner. He knew that was coming. All over commitment on that string. That's a very bizarre choice right there from Disarted. And now K-Top really just, you know, he's fighting hard right now. This guy's trying to end this over here. And Disarted had some incredible plays throughout that game as well. But I mean, it's you know, really just gonna come down to the consistency between both these players.
I don't know what's happened to my camera, but I'm significantly more green at the moment. How about that? Is it just me? Is that my Hey!
It's working out.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I could have got away with just ignoring it. But as we now jump into what could be our reset point here, K-Top, a man possessed. I said it before. He is unbelievably motivated at the moment because of just how much he was... He's always been a player that gets a lot of heat from the community, and it's because he plays Jackie. It's the only reason. And I know that she's not the most popular character among the competitive scene because, well, she is popular, and I guess that's part of why people dislike fighting it, because she's a very common top tier.
Yeah.
K-Top has always had a lot of heat for his character choices because Jackie just fits that aggressive style the best. But he's able to very much kind of ignore the haters, as it were, and he's now top 8 of the EVO online, and now he's grand finals, 1 game away from reset. And I mean, how much, I think, negative opinion can one man deal with and still push through?
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, he's just really taking it in his stride, just ignoring all the haters, just staying on his game as well right here. As he gets the triple uppercuts right there in the corner, keeps down that flame carpet. Now, even though Disarted's blocking all this, he is still burning and holding that chip damage on top of it. Throw escape says, get off of me, as he tries to fight his way out the corner. But that punished the 4-2?
Wow, active frames and then some, I guess. Disarted, man's in big trouble. The Fatal Blow is ready, and a Sub-Zero. A Fatal Blow always means you can exist, but he's just trying to panic down 2, and nothing is working. K-Top gets another one, and he needs just 1 more anything at this point. Disarted will concede that round. Oh my lord. Reset point for K-Top. It has been an unbelievably fast set.
This right now is hardly how I could have expected this to pan out so far.
I know, right?
Right now is just playing, like, I mean, just, yeah, he's just steamrolling at the moment. Finish. Yeah, just as you said it. 3 uppercuts into that 3-3 ender. Gives him the Oki at mid-screen. Disarted with the wake-up jump. K-Top being respectful of it. Throw escape into that 4. Oh, that was an execution error.
No way he wanted that. But Disarted will take that as a happy accident. Needs to get something! Whiffs the standing 3. I don't know what that was, but that's a crushing blow with his name on it and a bunch of teeth flying out of there. There's the launch. Commits to the whole thing. I don't know about that. Disarted. He's clearly affected by what's going on right now.
He really is. He could be super nervous right now as well, for all we know. He's gonna use this combo. Yeah, KB, that's gonna kill.
God, that hurts. Rising Ice Sub-Zero.
Final round. Fight.
All right, we're seeing K-Top on the offensive, jumping his way through, trying to work his way out this corner as well. It's the last place you want to be against Sub.
Delayed wake up. I think he was looking for some kind of flawless block there, perhaps. That short hop and wake up was definitely not part of the plan, but it normally is a giveaway that a flawless block attempt was made. Extra blasts and Disarted showing.
Oh my!
It's the launch of his own armor break.
Oh man, you just never see that.
I haven't seen that since after that first came out and people just started using it.
Beautiful. Okay, Disarted now making a statement right here, taking that game for himself. Reset denied for now, as he has now got 1 point on the board for himself. Only needs to win himself 2 more. If he can play anything like he played that game, if not better, he's gonna have the grand finals in the bag. However, K-Top, you know, he's gonna need that 1 more win, and then he's gonna have to win the whole set once more. and this is only going to get progressively harder and harder as we're going along, as you're now seeing K-Top's momentum, the engine's slightly cooling down. Disarted's awareness and matchup experience and his, decision making, the reads that he's making, and the adaptability is starting to really come out now.
I think I'm looking at how this is going, and it looks like, for lack of a better term, Disarted has just woken up. He was not playing at his 100% in those past 2 games. Now, that was, in a huge part, K-Top just suffocating him in those matches. But Disarted took whatever that round was in between, like, right, we need to wake up now, or it's big trouble. Because after a reset of that fashion, any momentum is opposite direction. It's not just gone, it's being taken away. And that is the worst thing to deal with such a rushdown heavy character who could have easily, I think, swept 6 games straight if K-Top was still working on that. But Disarted, a game on the board, signs of life from the Russian, but he has a lot more work to do.
Definitely a speed bump in the very fast cruising that K-Top was doing. Either way, it's like, oh, the stand one, surely a dropped combo right there. And Disarted just gonna walk down K-Top, using that air polar axe just in case he's on the approach. Flawless block on that leap on the way in. Forward 2 into the creeping ice as well, but the instant jump from K-Top gets punished on the way down. Great presence of mind from Disarted to be patient, wait that one out.
That back one's been a mighty good tool for him so far. Goes for a side switch as well. No, can't quite get it. The slide did a bit too much damage. But Disarted, this is looking a little bit more like the Disarted sub that we know. I mean, even down to the round 1 start slide. How about that?
Yeah. As soon as you hear the fight, the sub is already sliding. So almost 40% damage right there. Disarted going to confirm that down 1 on hit. Gets himself out the corner. He is going to be bleeding a little bit over here from that flame carpet, but ultimately winning the damage trade right there. 2-1 creeping ice gets a nice bit of pushback as well, and throw escape.
That was a delicious conversion, I really gotta say. A 1-2 catching a jump out, and Disarted just like that. If he wins this game, we're either just about to hit that halfway point, or the tournament's over. The reverse sweep, the stealer of all pressure, as now the damage on the floor is very, very high indeed. Disarted taking a bunch of chip, the advancing plus frames.
Plus frames, he chose to go for the down 1 as well, giving up his turn. He's alive, but the jump 1 air to air is gonna be what K-Top needs. So he's now on reset point.
Fight.
K-Top definitely.
A lot is riding on this round, Falcon. Can you imagine the amount of work that is different from either now to if Disarted wins this game and the next?
My God, I mean, yeah, this is just crazy right here. I mean, the slide being blown up. I don't even know. K-Top is like in fight or flight mode right now. As we are seeing the flame carpet go down again. Disarted challenging with those down 1s. The 3-3 punish, that's optimal. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Breakaway has to be used with the down 2.
Can't quite get the micro dash into down 2 though. Disarted, in some ways, would have almost hoped for that because it gives him fatal blow. And this fatal blow could be his ticket to a comeback. K-Top, only a little bit of work left now. Punish!
What a reaction right there. Or a read. Got the block. Disarted now. Really needs to try and make something happen, but it's becoming so much harder. Flawless block on the interactable, but the grenade launcher through the slide. Great call out from K-Top right there, who is going to be resetting this bracket, knocking things back to a 0-0.
It wouldn't be EVO without a bracket reset. That's what I'm talking about. And now only 1 set remains. 2 players, a tournament that's had a significant amount of players in it. And I think across all of PlayStation tournaments, we've had so many players in EU, North America, I think fully embracing this online opportunity. And now with EVO, there's only 2 left. I love that. I live for that. And now we'll see who's going to be the best of this. It's quite poetic for me. There's going to be a lot of Twitter, whoever wins this, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of that. I mean, but, you know, winning EVO definitely warrants a pop-off. I'm not gonna lie, like for sure. Like it's definitely a statement to make, especially when you play. I mean, all 3 of the represented regions for Mortal Kombat 11 are incredibly stacked. North America, Europe, and Latin America. There's just monsters that play this game in all 3 of these regions. And, you know, this is really just a display of how solid the players are. And this is only just one of the regions, you know?
Mortal Kombat is truly a game that is played by so many people from so many different parts of the world. You know, even to this day, you can get parts of South America having 100-man Ultimate MK3 tournaments. Like, that's just how much dedication exists around the world. And with this kind of tournament now, Disarted, a player who's just been on the rise for a year and a half. K-Top, for those that didn't know, hailing from Greece, had mandatory military service and was unable to play in the first year of MK11. That's why you didn't see him anywhere. He missed the entire first year and had to catch up. And now here he is in EVO 2021, online grand finals. That is a ridiculous story for me. And just before I can even finish that, man's taken around already. Looking
really
at
has.
all
Look at game. Threading the needle with that forward 3 as well. Forward and 2 has been doing so much work for him. Disarted with a great anti-air right there. Uses the amplification on the slide. Throws Jackie out the corner, but not going to matter too much as he's building towards that throw. Sorry, the KB from the slide. On the extension from it, we're seeing a raw creeping ice being used as well. K-Top with the plus frames trying to make something happen, but Disarted backing off a little bit, only to be clipped by the grenade launcher. A little bit scrambly right now, Ketchup. Can't lie.
Absolutely, but if someone has a round up on you and it's a bit of a scramble, that's only going to favor one person. K-Top has 1 bar of meter to spend. If he can get that on a clean opening, Yo Disarted, no confirm off the low, but there's the overhead. But again, he doesn't believe. If he believed, that was the round.
Really was, just doesn't want to overcommit, and the short hop attack is not going to work out. K-Top is either reacting to all these short hops or is just making solid reads. I think they're reactions, but either way, consistency in blocking these short hop attacks that Disarted has been unable to get away with, and that punish was the game, you know. And after a reset, going from that momentum, getting the first game on the board for yourself is a very good way to start things off.
So let's talk about how that game ended. Disarted not really playing like Disarted with the Sub-Zero that we know. He does the trip guard on the back 3, doesn't confirm, does the whole string, damage on the table. Dedicates to a forward 2, does creeping ice and not rising ice. The Disarted that we've been seeing for months on end with Sub-Zero would have done rising ice without question.
Yeah.
This time, again, I can only imagine it's due to the pressure, does creeping ice instead. Yes, it hit, but that could have been a full combo. And that would have been full combo into uppercut that K-Top would not be able to challenge even if he broke. That game was won twice, but Disarted didn't believe, he didn't dedicate, he didn't play like himself. And because of that, K-Top takes the first game.
Yeah, I think what you said is just totally right. It's totally on point. It's just a matter of Disarted really just seems like he's sort of in his shell. He only pops out at times to you know, just pop out for a little bit, but he seems like he's kind of playing within his shell. And he seems a little bit uncomfortable, just generally speaking. Like right there, he just got clipped straight away by K-Top. Just like that, he's going to turn this into huge damage and has Disarted in the corner. That whiffed up too. See, like, it seems like he's a little bit shaky right now. That was a great down two, though.
Lots of uppercuts to start this round. Pretty even on the life so far. The far leap, I think he just wants to create some of that space, maybe. And yeah, back 1. Better than nothing. A bit of damage, we'll take that. 2-2 as well. This time the air-to-air. Doesn't amplify it, though. This time, though, the flawless block. Okay, there's the overhead again, but again, just doesn't believe in it. He is just playing like he doesn't have rising ice.
Yeah, I mean, the rising ice combo would have killed over there, most likely. If not, he would have gotten a very late breakaway, which could have been nice for you. But at this point, you got to really worry about getting opened up by Jackie Briggs with that fatal blow on deck. Oh, had to break.
Double blast and Disarted showing it a lot of respect. The far leap whips the dash punch, but that's not enough. That could have been it. And another down 2. K-Top being a little bit too jump happy as Disarted takes the first round.
I feel like K-Top jumps more when he's doing better.
That can definitely be a blessing and a curse. Blessing meaning you can be a lot more overwhelming on pressure. Curse, you get a bit too comfortable, it becomes predictable.
Yeah, you never want to be complacent, especially in grand finals. Here, oh, the back 1-4 did not connect from Disarted. We're seeing a potential whip punish opportunity from K-Top. Did not work out for him as Disarted is going to turn this into a nice chunk of damage and build towards that slide KB.
Speaking of which, give us another. 32%, just like that. Disarted. Here we go. Just to worry about his lack of meter, though. Disarted, if he gets 1 bar on the board, it significantly changes what he can do.
Yeah, this is a really nerve-wracking moment right now, Ketchup. As we're seeing K-Top goes for that forward throw right there. I'm surprised Disarted didn't just pull the trigger on the down 2 like we saw earlier. All right, late grenade launchers being used in the 1-1-2 into the dash punch. Now setting K-Top at 1 round as well. We are tied rounds over here. K-Top still with a lead in this set.
That's the thing, I was about to say it myself. This may be even split on this game, but only one of them is in the lead. And this time, actually, the jump in 1-2-4. I do like those jump-ins where Sub-Zero can get a truly unbreakable 30%. It's so good. Whips the wake up down 2. Oh, my lord. He is getting blended, and that's the game, surely. He has to make a hell of a comeback, and this will survive, but barely. He has no meter, and Disarted runs away with that one.
Never rest.
It seemed like Disarted, you know what you were saying about him not having fully woken up. It seemed like he was awake in that last round right there. We saw commitment to Rising Ice, baiting the wake-up options, generally being patient, the flawless block reversals. Disarted seems to kind of be, you know, mellowing down a bit. Based on the impression that he could be very nervous, we're seeing him mellow down, you know, play the game as he plays, as he has been playing this entire time. Because now, after the reset, we're at 1-1.
Yes, indeed. And now I wouldn't be surprised if we go game 5 all the way. It's just in the nature of things with these kind of players. Everyone in this top 8 today has the capability of winning this tournament, I think, because they've all been able to beat each other across just different months, different weeks, whatever it is. And this is, especially you and me, Falcon, we're no stranger to this with these two players. They've gone all the way before. They've had last round, last hit situations. And not going to magically change now just because it's EVO, but it would be poetic to continue, wouldn't it?
I think it really comes down to a testament of how much these guys have practiced just before EVO, hasn't it? Like, just how much they really wanted this win as they're both here in the grand finals. Disarted, turning things into a nice chunk of damage right there. Block on the forward two, but gets opened up by the creeping ice as you see Disarted slowly walk his way back, inching forwards and getting that forward throw.
Tough jump punch. Disarted going to show up the respect. Didn't have meter to interrupt it, so having to hold it for now. Stay content with his life lead. Definitely expect some kind of grab there. Gets a button into another grab. I think that's always a bit of a weird mix-up, right? Where you expect the grab, it doesn't come, and then you block, then you get grabbed. It's like, oh.
Yeah. It can be a very tilting experience to be hit by many throws in a row. But that air-to-air into the down 2 is going to be the round for Disarted, who now gets himself a lead in this set, which is really important. Now, you know, lest we forget, he came into the grand finals in winner's side, so for him to only now establish the lead, still better than what was happening, I guess, pre-reset.
Wow, the active frames of that jump kick, and he still manages to find the slide. That was a clean little reaction. Disarted, he's just about to take the second game if he plays his cards right. The advancing forward 4 whiffs. Full jump in now for K-Top. Coming from this. Knockdown. Not a lot of meter spent, only 1 bar. Another bar getting spent on the pressure, and there is plenty of it. And plenty of plasma on the floor. Man is melting.
It really is. The fatal blow for both players as well. Oh, the down fatal! No punish.
They trade!
Oh, what was that? What the hell was that? He did the same thing back, Ryan. He just says his little counter poke fatal up. Sure. He just knew that it was gonna work in that at that space right there. And Disarted now has the point lead. He's 2-1.
One more game and we could have an EVO champion for European MK11 this year. Disarted winning it all would be such a story, because even to get into this top 8, you know, he defeated Arn Kratos 3-0. For those that don't know, Arn Kratos, pretty much his teacher, his tutor in Mortal Kombat 11. They both played Shang Tsung, and I think Disarted learned so much from Arn Kratos that the first time he was able to actually beat Arn Kratos in tournament, it was a very emotional moment for him, because he's practiced with him for so long, and now here he is beating him again to get into top 8. He's 1 game away from winning the entire thing as a player who has become one of the biggest breakout performers of the year and a half. And the online grind has been the only reason of that.
It really has. I mean, it's been just so much leveling up over time, and just so much of his own dedication and commitment to the game, and putting in his own time, learning, playing his own way, developing his own play style. And, you know, we're now seeing just what that brings you, as we're seeing the back one into Ice Ball to start things off, into the Rising Ice. All of that was unbreakable right there. K-Top didn't even spend the breaker, not like he needed to, but the throw escape from Disarted. Disarted's looking like a, honestly, just very imposing character right now.
Absolutely. A raw jump in and the low blocks now for K-Top. If your blocks are ever going to level up, it has to be right here, right now, because you might only have 1 more game here, my friend. full screen game, a little bit of the plasma. Good for Disarted that he's actually blocking them rather than having them touch the floor. They touch the floor, the damage exists. You block them, they go. Best case scenario. However, this jump in certainly isn't a full combo for K-Top. Fatal blow. Ay, just a raw jump in to connect.
I don't miss.
That's very, very active frames, actually punishing that down one on whiff as well. Now, Disarted, I sort of question the idea of not breaking that combo over there as well in the last round, but right now we're seeing a lot of the flame carpets go out. Once again, these jump back twos, the jump twos have just been doing so much for K-Top throughout the entirety of this bracket.
Even more of it, Disarted has had a common issue here of no defensive bar. There's that 3-3 end of the side switch. Gives us the better corner positioning and a throw. I think the way things are going, we're likely to have a final game on our hands, but only time will tell. Don't want to jinx it.
Unsure of how this one's gonna go. Just seeing that 4-3 being blocked. Disarted being really patient. Oh, tried to get the pick up. Not close enough to make that count. Forced to use the breakaway over here.
What?
You know what?
Swinging
Why
the
not?
axes. Man was swinging the axes. Here comes another. 3 axes.
Okay, what's breakfast? Oh, he tried to do the walk-up throw. Slide is not gonna cut it. And just like that catch up.
Would you believe it? Final game. Final game right here between K-Top and Disarted. Probably going to be the exact same characters, the same play styles. No time left for error because there's only one champion for this.
There's just no reason to switch, really. There's no reason to defer from anything that is going on right now. Just stay as is. Both these guys, this is an absolute sweat fest, which is exactly what we expected throughout the entirety of this top 8, especially over here in the grand finals, as we are now going to witness the final game between two insane players over here to represent Mortal Kombat 11 Europe and show who is coming out on top.
I love to see the celebration of younger talent. You know, K-Top is one of our younger players in the scene. Disarted is absolutely one of our youngest competitively right now. And what a crazy 10 years it's been for all of us in the Mortal Kombat scene. You know, long gone are the days of things like MK9 and stuff like that, where, you know, we're all washed up commentators and stuff. And now you kind of just have this new generation really spearheading competitive MK and playing it at a level higher than I've ever been able to reach. You know, it makes me real proud. However, the final game begins. K-Top and Disarted. Only one EVO champion happens today. Oh, trip guard! And there's a combo.
Okay, no break right now from K-Top. He's gonna hold that 32%. Surely he's gonna break over here after the Rising Ice. No, he's holding his bar.
Wait,
interesting.
Oh, that wasn't intentional. That was a missed input. K-Top kind of giving that round away, saving the defensive bar to try and make a comeback, but then giving himself up on a play anyway. Tournament point for Disarted.
That didn't feel like a K-Top round at all, Ryan. I don't know what happened. You can't give that round away right now.
No, sir.
Disarted, he's gonna really have to take advantage of that opportunity that's just been bestowed upon him by K-Top's errors. K-Top now gets anti-aired over there. The down 2 KB. It is going to get rid of that flame carpet, but the double down 2 for over 30% damage. And that back throw with the Oki to Grand as well. At the break.
Incredibly close this is. There's the overhead, and now Disarted is starting to believe in it. And there's the anti-air as well. Another back one. K-Top, whatever he did on Wake Up there, it wasn't blocked. Man was looking for a reset. Cheeky little reset. K-Top was scouting it out, blocking low first. It's always low overhead. That's the fuzzy. He's just walking up to you menacingly. That's what Sub-Zero does. He's almost got his fatal blow. That jump in is giving it to him.
Oh my goodness. Catch up. I'm not sure how this one's gonna go. No. 1-2. Nothing came of it. Backing off slightly. Forcing no commitment. Oh, he got it.
That is going to be the confirm he's looking for, and what nearly was a spaghetti fest at the end. It will be Disarted from Russia, winning EVO 2021 online. The Sub-Zero and Shang Tsung top level performance, but K-Top making it as close as it gets. This has been one hell of a top 8.
This has been an incredibly spectacular showing from everyone over here that entered EVO Online from Mortal Kombat 11 Europe to just bring us such an insanely talented top 8 with some high-level action and some sick gameplay, man. It's been
It's
awesome.
been a really fun show. It has been a phenomenal show, and I want to give a huge thank you to everyone involved, the production, the players, you for joining me, Falcon. It's been a great time. And
Likewise, man.
This isn't where Mortal Kombat ends for EVO 2021. There's more territories covered, more top 8s to come, and plenty more games.